it was a normal day working and doing my duties, and received a call from the CEO. He put the pink slip in front of me, and it was a very big shock, and it was a tough time. I didn't know what I was going to do next. I identified myself with the job that I had. I'd never looked for a job for over 15 years, and frankly didn't have skills that I thought were real marketable. And she was not working at the same time. We had a mortgage, we had some kids, and it was heavy, heavy, heavy burden on me.
I just graduated and was looking forward to stepping out as an intern and starting a career. So was just barely started, not established at all, had no clients, and was just at that point kind of scrambling, trying to figure out, you know, what we could do and how long we could last. The day that I approached him and said, I think we've got about a week and a half before we are out of our home, the very first thing that came out of his mouth is, how much did we tithe last year? I said, I don't know. Went and looked up the records, not much. How much did we tithe by
$25 for the year.
$5 for the year. So that was our first line of defense. He said to me, I don't care what it is or what we have to do, we're going to tithe on it.
While I was sitting there moping around and didn't want to go out and face the world, 6:30 in the morning I would get up and watch and take notes and sit there with my Bible on my couch with nothing else to do. It was like I couldn't get enough. And I realized that another partner had made that available to me. It would not have been on my TV. It would not have been a lifeline to me, except another partner had sown into Kenneth Copeland Ministries. And so I felt like I needed to do the same thing.
As I was praying about it, the Lord reminded me that 5 years earlier I had signed up to be a partner with Kenneth Copeland Ministries. And he reminded me that I was expecting the promises of the covenant, but I hadn't been practicing the principles of the covenant. And it was another one of those moments where the only excess we had was $25. And I said to Steve, what should we do with this? The boys' birthdays were coming up, save it for Christmas. And he said, no, we made a commitment and we need to follow through on it. So we actually started with Kenneth Copeland Ministries a year to the day after he lost his job, fulfilling our part of partnership.
I became more and more the husband I was supposed to be. Still not there yet all the way, still working, but treating her in the way that she should be treated and learning from the teachings that I was hearing every day of how to become a better father, a better husband, a better man in this world, and to keep my covenant with God and keep my covenant with my partners.
And when we sat and figured out how much we'd given just that 1 year, when we started in partnership from 2005 to 2006, we had given more than we had given our entire married life up to that point.
And shortly after that, I believe maybe the third year, our giving, our tithing was more than I had made the year before.
The Irwins experienced the provision and blessings of the Lord as Steve sought and prayed for his next job, while Cindy's practice and professional reputation increased. After 2 years of unemployment, Steve was hired for a position that complements his skills and fulfills his heart's desire to serve and minister to those in need.
As the liaison for the disaster response team there at Convoy of Hope, I represent the organization out into the country on national level in conferences and with FEMA, state and federal and local governments. When disaster happens, I usually go first in order to position our team that goes out and where they're going to meet the need, bringing food, water, supplies that will help restore lives after a devastating disaster.
The position that I hold now is I'm a Christian marriage and family therapist, and so I have the opportunity daily to speak into marriages, to help rescue them, to bring the word, to bring the anointing of the Lord into their life. We've increased in our realm of influence. We've increased in friendships and community. We've increased in every way possible. And I remember listening to a cassette tape from Brother Kenneth where he said, true prosperity is where you are prospering in every area, relationally, physically, socially, financially, and we have reached a level that we're truly prospering.
It was done with the help of my wife. It was done with partnership with Kenneth Copeland Ministries. It was done just by being obedient to God and listening for that still small voice that He was speaking to us all the time.
If we have a word of encouragement for anyone who would desire to be a partner, that not only do they matter to the Lord, and oh, they matter to Brother Kenneth and Miss Gloria, but they matter to us. And we would be their partners as well. They'd be part of our family. And we'd all be praying together.